It is with heavy hearts that we announce the passing of one of America's most respected and beloved performers, Jerry Adler, who died peacefully at his home in New York City on August 23, 2025, at the age of 96. His family confirmed that the cause of death was natural, associated with his advanced age. Jerry Adler's passing marks the end of a life story that spanned nearly an entire century, from the Yiddish theater legacy of his ancestors to the golden age of Broadway, and finally to the small screen where millions knew him as Herman, Hesh Rabkin in The Sopranos. His journey was one of resilience, reinvention, and artistic brilliance. And today we look back at his extraordinary life. Early life and family background. Jerry Adler was born in Brooklyn, New York on February 4, 1929, into one of America's most important theatrical families. His father, Philip Adler, was a respected theater manager, working with Broadway productions for decades, while his mother, Pauline Goldberg, kept a warm and observant Jewish household. Jerry grew up surrounded by art, language, and performance. His great-uncle, Jacob Pavlovich Adler, was a titan of Yiddish theater, often described as one of the greatest stage actors of his generation. His cousins, Stella Adler and Luther Adler, carried on the family legacy in both acting and teaching, with Stella Adler going on to become one of the most influential acting coaches of the 20th century. At Samuel J. Tilden High School, Jerry took his first steps toward a theatrical life, serving as president of the Dramatic Club. It was there that he learned not only to perform, but also to organize, direct, and understand the world behind the curtain skills that would shape his career. Early career in theater. Jerry Adler entered the professional world of theater in the early 1950s, first as an assistant stage manager for the Broadway musical Gentlemen Prefer Blonde. His sharp eye for detail and steady leadership soon earned him recognition, and he went on to manage productions like Of Thee I Sing and My Fair Lady. Behind the scenes, Jerry became the person everyone could rely on, whether it was calming nervous performers or saving a production from disaster. Once during a live performance of My Fair Lady, a major technical issue threatened to halt the show. Jerry's quick thinking and calm under pressure saved the night, cementing his reputation as a true professional. In the 1970s, Jerry transitioned into directing. He helmed the Sammy Cahn Review Words and Music in 1974 and later directed the revival of My Fair Lady in 1976, earning him a prestigious Drama Desk Award nomination. Though not every project was successful, such as the ill-fated Little Prince and The Aviator in 1981, Jerry never stopped creating and pushing forward, transition to acting and breakthrough. After decades of working behind the curtain, Jerry Adler surprised the industry by stepping in front of the camera. In his 60s, when most people consider retirement, Jerry reinvented himself as a television actor. His breakthrough came with HBO's groundbreaking series The Sopranos, where he played Herman Hesh Rabkin, a shrewd advisor and longtime associate of Tony Soprano. The role captured audiences worldwide, and Jerry became a fan favorite for his calm, witty, and layered portrayal of the Jewish mob consigliere. This late career transformation proved not only Jerry's versatility, but also his relentless passion for the craft. He went on to star in Mad About You as the quirky building maintenance man Mr. Wicker, and later in The Good Wife and The Good Fight as Howard Lyman, a humorous yet heartfelt senior lawyer. Notable film and television work. Jerry Adler's acting career expanded far beyond a single role. In film, he appeared in Woody Allen's Manhattan Murder Mystery in 1993, The Public Eye in 1992, In Her Shoes in 2005 alongside Cameron Diaz and Toni Collette, and the romantic comedy Prime in 2005, starring Uma Thurman and Meryl Streep. On television, Jerry made memorable appearances in Rescue Me as Fire Chief Sidney Feinberg, Northern Exposure as Joel Fleischman's old neighborhood rabbi, The West Wing as Toby Ziegler's father Jules, and Transparent as Moshe Pfefferman. In his later years, he delighted fans with performances in Broad City and Netflix's Living with Yourself, starring Paul Rudd. Each role carried Jerry's unique presence, wise, witty, and grounded in decades of experience. He was a character actor who elevated every scene he appeared in. Personal life and family. Jerry Adler's personal life was as full as his career. He married 3 times. His first marriage was to Dolores Parker in June of 1950, and together they had 3 children before parting ways. In March of 1978, Jerry married Kathy Rice, though this relationship also ended in divorce. Finally, in July of 1994, he married Joan Laxman, who remained his devoted partner until his passing. While Jerry rarely shared details about his private life, those close to him described him as a devoted father and husband, someone who balanced the demands of Hollywood with a deep commitment to family. Net worth and lifestyle. By the time of his death in 2025, Jerry Adler had amassed an estimated net worth of $8 million. This wealth was the result of a steady, decades-long career in both stage and screen. Despite his financial success, Jerry never lived extravagantly. Colleagues often described him as grounded, practical, and more interested in the next creative challenge than in material luxuries. He supported causes close to his heart, especially theater education and Jewish cultural preservation, ensuring that future generations would benefit from his success. Interesting facts and trivia. Jerry Adler came from a theatrical dynasty, making him part of one of America's most famous stage families. He did not become widely known as an actor until his 60s, proving that reinvention is always possible. During The Sopranos, Jerry often mentored younger cast members, sharing theater stories and encouraging discipline on set. Jerry once called his work with Jerry Lewis on Hellzapoppin' a difficult experience, famously describing him as an awful, terrible man. Despite often playing serious roles, Jerry had a wonderful sense of humor and enjoyed comedic parts just as much as dramatic ones. As we bid farewell to Jerry Adler, we honor not just an actor, but a lifelong artist whose story spanned nearly 100 years. From the Broadway lights of the 1950s to streaming television in the 21st century, Jerry Adler never stopped working, never stopped learning, and never stopped inspiring. He leaves behind his wife Joan, his 3 children, his extended Adler family, and countless fans who will forever remember him. His performances will continue to live on, reminding us of the power of storytelling and the magic of reinvention. Rest in peace, Jerry Adler. Your light will never fade.